Before we get started, I would like to tell you a little bit about diabetes. Diabetes comes in two types, type 1 and type 2. Type 2 diabetes is oftentimes being able to be in control by exercise and meal prepping. There are over 29.1 million people that suffer with diabetes, whether type 1 or type 2. And out of that 29.1 million, 8 million people are undiagnosed. Type 2 diabetes does not come with any symptoms, but yet so many people are walking around with this that they won't even get it tested because of the lack of insurance that Americans have today. Men have a higher chance of having diabetes in comparison to women, but also with that being said, women are able to control their diabetes better due to healthier living as far as meal plan and exercise goes. There are people as young as 20 that are walking around with diabetes. So it's very, very important that you stay on top of all your checkups with your doctors, and stay in touch with knowing your body. If something feels wrong, then you need to go get checked. So back to what I was saying. Those are the classes for the work keys, and also the JPI classes. So if you find a date that works best for you, just let me know.
Okay.
And I also have the March calendar too, just in case.
Okay, well, the 20th won't work because that's a holiday. I won't be in town.
Okay. Where you going?
Out to see my family in New York.
Oh, awesome. It was kind of cold now, though.
Yeah, the snow. They had 10 inches like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, the 23rd would work.
Okay.
With those classes.
So the thing I like about the 23rd class is I know in the last session we were talking about you doing your resume building. So definitely get resume building. That class usually is from 0900 to 12. So what we like to do is have you here like 0845 if possible. Get you into the building. We want to make sure that we get you enrolled, like not enrolled, but marked present on time and have all the required materials, because if it's something that you don't have, then you can come back to me and I can print it off and give it to the instructor so they'll have you ready for class.
Okay.
How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Awesome. And then I know that's the resume building. Did you see a work keys date that worked for you?
Not for this month. I'll look at March.
Okay, I'll get it for you. Let me see. What I'll do is I'll circle the days for the work keys days in March, and then you can go over them. Oh, and also in March, if you could, there's also a class on mock interviewing, and that way it'll, just help you because it'll give you like what to expect on the interview and those kinds of questions.
Okay.
And I'll write down the 23rd for your resume building. 23rd of February.
And the 9th I can do in March.
All right, the 9th for March for work keys. So what I'll do is call you, or I can send you an email the day before your appointment, just so give you a little reminder, make sure that we're staying on schedule. And if there's anything that comes up too, because like you said, it's snowing, maybe the weather delay your flight coming back from New York. So we're definitely here for that. I also noticed that you said that you also looked at some schools. Now, what schools did you look at?
Well, Trident was one.
Okay.
Charleston Southern was the other. And I think College of Charleston, but College of Charleston is just downtown. I don't like the parking situation downtown.
Gotcha. Now you're going to want to do night classes, or you're going to try to work and still maintain school? How's that going to, have you thought about that yet?
I would probably do night classes.
Okay.
Yeah. As I still need to work.
Okay, I understand that. We can definitely be of assistance. Now, what programs were you thinking of doing?
I really wanted to do like the I think it was the part about the sonograms, dealing with that.
Okay. That is awesome. I think that goes well with your vocational goal too, of anywhere in the medical field or things of that nature. So that's awesome. It definitely can help you with that. Now, how do you feel that you've been adjusting with your limitations?
Well, I think I've been adjusting well. I make sure that I have a well-balanced meal. Try to eat little meals during the day to keep my blood sugar leveled. I try to avoid a lot of stress. I make sure I maintain my appointments with my doctor. Make sure that my insulin and everything is up to par.
That is awesome. We also do offer some stress management classes, and that's on that calendar as well. What I'll do is before you leave, I'll make sure I give you a calendar so you can see that. You don't have to go, but we do have that. Now, you did mention your insulin, and I know that currently you're not employed. Do you have any insurance at the moment to cover your insulin, or how is this working?
No, I don't. I don't have any insurance at all.
Okay, so there is a new program that I want you to look at. It's called Well Vista, and basically what Well Vista does is, I'm just going to read it from the title so you can see, and I'll give it to you. If you're uninsured and you can't afford your prescription medicine that you need, they'll get the prescriptions for you, and it's free of cost, so you don't have to worry about that financial burden, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you look at this, and this just shows basically here, how many people are in your family household, and then if you feel like you qualify based on these, then we'll go over the next page. So you let me know when you finish going over that, and then I'll go over the next page with you so we can try to get you into this awesome program. And feel free to ask any questions if you have it while you're going over that stuff. Awesome. So does that look like something that you do want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to give you, because I noticed when I was looking at over your case notes and stuff, your license has a different address, so which is not a problem, but we need to fill out this this form that says your physical address is different than your license, because we base the service based on your physical address. So I'm going to give you that. And then I'm going to just give you this paper. You'll be able to keep it. It just lets you basically give to your employer, because like I said, our ultimate goal is to make sure that we can help you seek employment. So then once you get that, you'll be able to fill this out, and then they'll take it back for you. Now, just because you have you do get a job, it doesn't stop you from getting this benefit. It's just based on income then at that point in time. So just so you know, don't let that prevent you from excelling and getting the medicine that you need, because we want you to stay on top of that insulin. We want you to manage your stress, keep up with the well-balanced meals. That's very, very good and very important. I think that for the most part, we've hit, excuse me, you mentioned your schools, your JRT classes that we're going to get you in. I'm going to make sure that we get your resume building, your mock interviews. So I feel like we've done enough. Do you have any questions for me? Alrighty, well, since you're coming in on the 23rd of February for that first class, if you want to come in after that class, I'll leave out the afternoon for you. We can discuss how it went, any questions that you have, and then I'll do the same thing on the 9th of March for your Work Keys class as well. Alrighty, well, I hope you have a great day, Ms. Kim. Thank you. I hope that you were able to see the true purpose in what I had in my mock interview. And just for the record, for the class and for those who do not understand what Work Keys is a test created by the ACT developers, basically to gauge where a person is on levels as far as math, reading, and to better see what skills they can offer a potential job employer. Another thing that I mentioned in the interview was about mock interviews. These are definitely great things that all people with disabilities should consider and take advantage of, because they are ways to help give them an idea of what to expect for an interview, and also see where they need to work on their weaknesses and how to even show off their strengths even better. It's a great program. As far as the JPI classes, those are job placement interview classes, or interaction, excuse me. And this is just allows us to basically help the clients do job club, build their resume, search for jobs, and just truly help get the ball rolling for the clients that come through the Voc Rehab. Because at the end of the day, we all have a job to do, but if we're not instilling the skills into the clients and we're the only ones that's doing everything for them, then when they leave our office, they'll be lost if, God forbid, they lost their job again, or they have another disability that forces them to quit their jobs. So I always have learned from this intern to encourage your clients to go to the JPI classes and do the job clubs, but you can't make them. But you want to stress the importance to them, because this is a make or break situation for some of these clients who are, 50 plus, no high school diploma, things of that nature. These are majority of the clients that we get from Voc Rehab. So again, I want to thank you. I hope that you learned something from my mock interview, and also just even if you only get yourself checked for diabetes, know your family's history, because diabetes is a silent killer.